William Hill sponsors Joshua vs. Breazeale on Sky Sports Box Office.
Radio Raheem here with Dominic Breazeale, only 48 hours away from stepping in the ring, man. I know when the fight gets announced, there's a certain energy. That first face-off is a different energy, but now, knowing that the work is done, how did you feel looking face-to-face with the possible guy that you're going to dethrone for your first heavyweight championship belt?
It feels good, man. You know, all the hard work and the days you put in the gym, you know, that stuff is very stressful, very daunting, you know, hard on the body. Everything's sore and hurting, but I've been doing, you know, some occasional, you know, shadow boxing here and there and working on the mitts, and the body feels good. And it's one of those things, man. You know, it's one thing to say you're confident going into a fight. It's another thing to feel it, man. When I woke up this morning, I was like, man, I wish I was fighting today. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to feel the same way. It's been that way for the last 3 days, man. And Saturday morning when I wake up, it's going to be great, man. You know, it's one of those days I'm waiting for sure.
That first face-off, there was tension. You guys got into it a little bit. You know, almost put hands on each other. This time, I saw a handshake at the end. What's changed, and what kind of energy is between you now?
I think both myself and Anthony Joshua both understand we've put in the hard work. We understand there's nothing that you can say or do at this point, you know, other than get in the ring Saturday night and show off. You know, show off the skills you've been working on for the last 8 to 10 weeks.
Everybody knows that in the heavyweight division, really the weigh is just a formality. You can come in at any weight essentially that you want. Did you have a target weight for this, and what kind of conditioning did you do in case this thing does go into the late rounds?
You know, weight was one thing that we didn't take into consideration this camp. I wasn't looking for an actual number. It was definitely a conditioning level situation as far as running and doing speed drills, things like that, and of course putting in sparring rounds. And I think we crossed all the T's and dot all the I's in that situation. So we're definitely prepared. You know, camp went great, and body feels good. You know, maybe we'll get a slim number on the scale, maybe we won't, but either way, I'll be fully energetic.
And lastly, you know, they say they're not looking past you, but everybody knows what's on the horizon for him. He's a huge star here. They're looking at other fights. What can you do to disrupt that trajectory? Where do you see an opening for you to derail Anthony Joshua?
Taking that belt home with me. Simple as that, man. I knock out Anthony Joshua, take that belt home. That's derailing everything he's got planned, everything he's got for the near future, everything he might have had here in the past. It'll put him back at the bottom and have to start all over again.
Everyone talks about his big right hand. You're a heavy-handed puncher as well. If you land that shot, can you close the show? Do you feel like you're the man that not only can win on the cards, but can knock down, and if not out, Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, it's not necessarily if I land the right hand. It's when I land the right hand and what I put behind it. You know, in heavyweight boxing, you know, you fight certain individuals, you hit them with a strong jab or, you know, straight right hand. Most of the time, they're going to wobble, if not go down. It's the follow-up shot, the uppercuts, the left hooks, you know, the big body shots that are going to finish it and keep a man down. It's going to break a man's will. When I plan on putting Anthony Joshua down, I know he's got enough will and heart to get back up and continue the fight. It's just how I understand it. I look at it as I'm fighting a guy myself. You put me down on the canvas, as you saw in my last fight, I'm going to get back up. I'm going to give you everything you came to get for. And that's what I plan on doing, man. I'm going to hit Anthony Joshua with that straight right hand. If he wobbles, if he goes down, great. If he stays down, even better. But by all means, if he gets back up, I plan on finishing him.
When you walk down that aisle, there are going to be a lot of boos. There's going to be a lot of guys out there supporting Joshua. But back home, you've got support too. The last guy that came out here embarrassed us a little bit. You want to talk to the Americans, to your fans that may not have made the trip, what they're going to see Saturday night, and you know, your last message to them.
Saturday night, man, you guys are going to see what you expect to see out of Dominic Breazeale, man. You're going to get an explosive, big, heavyweight, power-punching individual. And it's going to be one of those situations, man, I'm not going to let you down like Charles Martin. I'm not going to get hit with the same shot back-to-back in the same round, whatever it may be. I'm going to give you everything you paid to see and so forth. And at the same time, next time you see me, I will have the IBF title wrapped around my waist.
Radio Raheem with Dominic Breazeale challenging for the IBF heavyweight title on Sky Sports at the O2 Arena Saturday night. Good luck.
Appreciate
we'll
it.
see you then.
Thank you.
William Hill sponsors Joshua vs. Breazeale on Sky Sports Box Office.